Today's Pledge of Allegiance is sponsored by...
We identify the flag with almost everything we hold dear. It represents our peace and security, our freedom of religious worship, our family, our friends, our home.
This morning on Daybreak, we have a recap of last night's presidential debate, plus how local county clerks are preparing for the upcoming election. It is Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Don't go anywhere because Daybreak starts right now.
Live from WDTV studios, this is WDTV 5 News Daybreak, keeping you connected.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Daybreak. I'm Samantha Ruff.
And happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm Rachel Ramsey, and thanks for joining us.
We have a lot to talk about this morning, but if you are first joining us this morning, time right now is 6 o'clock on the dot. So, hey guys, good morning, bright and early here today. Let's talk about that weather. Yesterday, we saw some rain showers. Today, however, it looks a lot clearer, and those temperatures, a little cold out there this morning. I'm not a fan. We saw almost 80-degree weather on Monday. Total swap, Rachel. I'm sure you were very excited about it, though.
I'm very excited. I know you like your warm, hot weather, and I like my cold, cozy weather.
It's here for you. That cozy weather is here, but is it here to stay? We're going to find out if you'll get lucky this week as far as weather goes. We're going to send things now over to Joseph Williams for a look at that forecast.
Yeah, for the most part, this is a pretty nice morning out. If you love this type of weather, pretty much we're sitting around 50 in Buckhannon and 47 in Lewisburg for state temperatures. So for the most part, it's a pretty cool morning out. Might need a light jacket, but other than that, it's pretty nice out. Temperature differences are more or less it's slightly cooler than it was yesterday. We're looking at like 4 degrees cooler in Weston and 5 degrees cooler in Clarksburg. So it's slightly cooler than it was yesterday and much cooler than it was Monday. So definitely there is that for the case. Pretty much we're going to be talking about how it's going to be cool but nice out for this morning and afternoon. Then we're going to talk about when we might see rain again, perhaps tomorrow, and I'll explain more. And we'll talk about how we're going to continue staying cool throughout the rest of the week.
Now let's take a look at that traffic report this morning. This is our West Virginia 511 traffic cam. Look at all those cars out there. You can see lots of lights in the distance. So traffic is moving right on time this morning. No accidents, no construction to really report. Just be sure you give yourself a little extra time. Obviously, with traffic being this busy, you guys might need it this morning. Other than that, things look great for your Wednesday. We'll keep you connected here on 5 News if anything changes. That's a look at traffic. Now let's send things back to Rachel for a look at your news headlines.
Thanks, Samantha. During the presidential debate Tuesday evening, President Trump says West Virginia mailmen sold ballots. Secretary of State Mac Warner has not reported any incidents of ballots sold by mailmen during the 2020 election. A Pendleton County mailman was charged after changing the voter registration on several absentee ballots from Democrat to Republican in May 2020. Take a listen to what President Trump said last night.
Millions of people. You either do, Chris, a solicited ballot where you're sending it in, they're sending it back, and you're sending. They have mailmen with lots of it. Did you see what's going on? Take a look at West Virginia, mailmen selling the ballots. They're being sold. They're being dumped in rivers. This is a horrible thing for our country. This is not going to end well.
5 News reached out to the offices of Secretary of State Mac Warner and Attorney General Patrick Morrisey for further information on President Trump's comments.
Election day is coming up here soon, and there's a long list of concerns about the upcoming election, but county clerks in our area say they're ready. Upshur County Clerk Carol Smith says she has poll workers ready. All polling locations that were open in previous years are set to be open again on November 3rd, and coronavirus precautions have already been planned out.
Go out and vote. If you have questions, reach out to my office, your county clerk's office if you're in another county, Secretary of State's office. If you need information, we're probably the best sources and the most reliable source of good information.
And we all know about the stickers that you wear after voting, but in Upshur County, you'll be walking off with a stylus pen that you used to vote. This is part of the COVID safety measures and a fun way to commemorate an important election.
Tucker County students will learn remotely for the next 2 weeks. That's what Tucker County School Superintendent Alicia Lambert said in a news release. The release says there are 3 student cases, 3 employee cases, and 19 staff members quarantined, and not enough staff members to fill their roles. Coronavirus is also affecting athletics in Tucker County. Football games will be suspended at Tucker County for the next 2 weeks as a player on the team tested positive for COVID-19 earlier this week. Head football coach AJ Rapp told 5 News that due to contact tracing, 3 other players who had been in class with the teammate and a coach are being told to quarantine by the health department. The positive case effectively wipes off the Mountain Lions' next 2 games, but Rapp is still able to practice with his team in small groups. The plan is for Tucker to be able to resume play in Week 7 against 100.
Now having 2 extra weeks off, I hate it because there are 2 conference games in our thing. I got a young team. I want to get them to play as much as they can possibly play. It's disheartening because, I got a bunch of young boys that want to play.
Even though it has switched to remote learning, other sports are still allowed to continue because the county is still green on the color map.
A spike in positive COVID-19 cases resulted in Barber County schools operating remotely for all of its students Monday. 911 officials say nearly 300 people were tested in just 4 hours. According to Superintendent Jeff Woofter, 3 classrooms in the county has a positive case of the virus. Woofter originally wanted to quarantine the classrooms with the positive tests, but decided for students to go remote until Thursday. Free community COVID testing was held at the Barber County Fairgrounds. This move comes the same day the county went into an orange designation on the alert system. Orange is the 2nd highest level alert. All staff will report today for cleaning, but for now, all in-person instruction, sports, and practices, along with competitions, will be postponed till Thursday. 8 more West Virginians have died due to COVID-19, including a 78-year-old woman from Taylor County. That brings the state's death toll to 345. West Virginia added 180 new cases Tuesday. Active cases rose to above 4,000 for the first time during the pandemic. Monongalia County has the 2nd most active cases in the state. Harrison ranks 7th.
State leaders are pushing the importance of getting a flu shot this year. Senator Joe Manchin posted this photo on social media on Monday, getting a shot in Kanawha County. Governor Justice said Monday he'll roll up his sleeve at his live coronavirus briefing Wednesday or Friday and get a shot. The official start of flu season is Thursday, October 1st.
On Tuesday, Governor Jim Justice joined West Virginia Department of Transportation leaders to celebrate the completion of a major road project in Parkersburg. The $2.8 million project began back in July and was completed just days ago. The project included paving West Virginia State Route 14 through Parkersburg and Vienna. The newly paved road is a 7-lane roadway carrying an average of, get this guys, 37,900 vehicles per day.
Now, first alert weather on 5 News.
These are yesterday's rainfall totals as that system continued bringing rain through much of West Virginia yesterday. Pretty much most of the mountain counties, such as, Randolph and Pocahontas and Tucker, they experienced nearly over half an inch of rain in some areas. I mean, look at Pocahontas. It got up to an inch of rain in some areas. So pretty much it was a wet day yesterday. But that system is finally beginning to push out for the most part. It's just clear skies this morning. Pretty much just a few pocket of showers happening within, say Elkins and near Eldred, for example. But for the most part, it's pretty clear and pretty nice out. It's just cool outside if you're heading out today. So just worry about wearing a light jacket as you're heading out. Pretty much as we continue for this morning, you're going to have a cool start. And pretty much temperatures will stay in the low 50s as you grab your cup of coffee and prepare for today.
Coming up, Disney is cutting 28,000 jobs. The reason why.
Stay tuned for more Daybreak, where 5 News is always keeping you connected.
WDTV, Star Furniture, and Bicota present the 14th Annual Championship Bull Ride. Friday and Saturday, October 2nd and 3rd at Spiker Farm in Jane Lou. Gates open at 5 with real cowboys getting tossed around on bulls. Guaranteed fun for the whole family with free kids activities during downtime. Get your tickets at the gate. 2 nights of sheer entertainment. Brought to you by Marble Heating and Cooling, Jaws Barbecue, Ringer Inc., Porta-John Service, and United Rentals. Bring a lawn chair for hillside seating. The 14th Annual Championship Bull Ride at Spiker Farm.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean 2. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. SoClean 2 is fast and easy. It keeps my sleep equipment fresh every day without the need for disassembly. To keep the immune system strong, we should do everything we can to ensure a good night's sleep, including using the SoClean 2 daily to keep sleep equipment fresh. Try SoClean 2 risk-free for 30 nights. Order now and get $70 off. SoClean 2 is so fast and gives you peace of mind that your sleep equipment is fresh each time you use it. Call the number on your screen or go to SoClean2.com to take advantage of this risk-free trial and get $70 off. Call now.
You've tried the rest. Now have the best. Life doesn't get better than a juicy hot Angus burger and ice cold milkshake. Milkshake's not your thing? Have a cold beer or mixed drink. Meet up with friends to watch pretty much any game on our many screens while enjoying great food. You can design your own burger or choose one of our specialties with chicken or even salmon. Pick a side of wings, fries, or onion rings. Check out Burger Room behind Aspen Dental East Point. Enjoy Burger Room for half the price. Log on to WDTV this Friday and purchase a $50 gift certificate for $25.
Sundays. Nothing bigger, nothing better. Turn up for the best 2 hours of NFL coverage on television. Loaded with talent. We're happy you're here. How about that? Starting with Fox NFL kickoff at 11.
Heads up.
It's caught. Then at noon, take it to the next level on America's #1 pregame show.
Hey, there's a rhythm. You come to the right place.
Now here we go again. Fox NFL Sunday. The best NFL pregame shows are back-to-back. Only on Fox.
The first presidential debate of the 2020 election, delivering fireworks and drama as both candidates at times threw personal attacks at each other.
Nadia Romero, is in Cleveland with the latest.
A clash of policy and personalities in Cleveland.
Will you shut up, man?
Listen,
this is so unprecedented.
He's going to pack the court. There's nothing smart about you, Jim.
President Donald Trump and Democratic nominee Joe Biden squaring off in their first face-to-face matchup this election.
Everything he's saying so far is simply a lie.
I've done more than you've done in 47 years, Joe.
An opportunity for each candidate to paint their opponent as unfit to lead the nation.
He wants to shut down this country. And I want to keep it open.
The president has no plan.
Moderator Chris Wallace challenging the candidates on 6 topics during the 90-minute event, including the Supreme Court.
We should wait and see what the outcome of this election is.
We have a phenomenal nominee.
COVID-19.
The president has no plan.
We got the masks. We made the ventilators. You wouldn't have made ventilators. And now we're weeks away from a vaccine.
I know how to do the job.
The economy.
We closed it down, and now we're reopening, and we're doing record business.
He's going to be the first president of the United States to leave office having fewer jobs in his administration than when he became president.
Race and violence in our cities.
This is a president who has used everything as a dog whistle to try to generate racist hatred, racist division.
We believe in law and order, but you don't.
And election integrity.
If it's a fair election, I am 100% on board.
I will accept it, and he will too.
President Trump also facing new scrutiny over a recent New York Times report showing he paid no income tax in 10 of 15 years beginning in 2000.
I paid millions of dollars in taxes.
Disney is cutting 28,000 jobs at its theme parks, and they take a hit from the coronavirus pandemic.
The company said in a statement on Tuesday that the layoffs will affect its parks, experiences, and products. All employees affected by the layoffs are U.S.-based. Disney also said that more than 2/3 of them are part-time workers. The company's profits took a nosedive after it was forced to close its theme parks earlier in the pandemic. But some parks were later reopened on a limited basis, including Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, which welcomed some visitors back in July.
7 airlines are getting bigger slices of $25 billion pie the federal government is offering to loan them. The larger amounts are because both Delta and Southwest are not taking the loans. Those 2 airlines say they've been able to arrange financing in the private market instead. That means Alaska, American, Frontier, JetBlue, Hawaiian, SkyWest, and United Airlines will get more money. Tens of thousands of airline employees are expected to be furloughed starting Thursday when the government payroll support for carriers ends. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin is asking Congress to extend that program.
An autopsy report released Tuesday by the Jefferson County Medical Examiner's Office in Kentucky shows Breonna Taylor was shot at least 5 times. According to the report, Taylor had 5 gunshot wounds to her torso, forearm, thigh, and foot. She also had a projectile in her right heel. The report said a blood sample tested negative for alcohol and drug use at the time of her death. Breonna Taylor was shot and killed by police in a botched raid at her Louisville apartment last March. The aftermath sparked nationwide protests.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Time right now is 6:16. Let's take another look at your traffic report. This is our West Virginia 511 cam out here at Stewartstown. Take a look. Lots of cars out there this morning. Traffic is pretty heavy, guys. So if you're getting ready to walk out that door, maybe give yourself a few extra minutes. Make sure you have that coffee in hand. Let's kick your Wednesday off on a good note. Everything looks great. No accidents to report. No construction either. So like I said, just make sure to give yourself extra time. Have those lights on. Still pretty dark out there. As you can tell, sunrise definitely not here yet. Let's hope that the weather is going to be just as clear today. Here with those details is meteorologist Joseph Williams.
Now, first alert weather on 5 News.
Fog is pretty much rolling through parts of West Virginia right now, but it's not as bad as it could be. This isn't the worst case scenario. You got visibility of 3 miles in Weston and 3 miles in Sutton. There's some denser patches within the mountainous terrain, but for the most part, it's pretty nice out there. Just again, take it slow on those roads. Nothing too serious though. And the reason why it's not as bad as it could be is because those winds coming from the southwest are beginning to mix out that fog pretty effectively. Pretty much we're looking at some gusts of up to 14 miles per hour in Buckhannon, 9 in Philippi, and 10 in McHenry. So it's pretty much getting, mixed out evenly for the most part. And don't combine that with the fact, that's why we do have clear skies. Again, those light winds are mixing out that fog pretty well, and that's why we're seeing that fog slowly going away. Pretty much as we head into the morning, pretty much we're going to see temperatures staying within the low 50s as you end up dropping your kids off at your bus stop. The winds will also be coming from the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour, so it's going to be a pretty nice morning out.
More than 1 million Americans have already cast their ballots in the presidential election. About 1.2 million ballots have been cast in the 20 states making the data available. And about 800,000 of those come from 8 of the most competitive states. Overall, registered Democrats have requested about 6.5 million ballots compared to the more than 3.8 million ballot requests from registered Republicans in the 11 states releasing party data. That's not necessarily an indicator of the ultimate outcome, especially since recent polling shows Trump supporters strongly prefer to vote in person on Election Day. About 130 million people voted in the 2016 presidential election. Most states have not yet sent out ballots or are not reporting returns. The Tennessee Titans have shut down their facilities after several people tested positive for COVID-19.
On Tuesday, the team said 3 players and 5 staff members now have coronavirus. The Titans have suspended in-person club activities and will now work remotely. The team played against the Minnesota Vikings on Sunday. The Titans will also suspend in-person club activities. The NFL says it's possible Week 4 games involving the 2 teams may have to be rescheduled. JP Morgan will now have to pay $920 million to settle claims it manipulated the U.S. stock market with deceptive trades. The manipulation reportedly included hundreds of thousands of so-called spoof trades. JP Morgan placed orders and quickly canceled them because they were never intended to be executed, but instead designed to fool investors. The act is called spoofing, which is illegal according to the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. The CFTC says the conduct went on for 8 years.
Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg has been laid to rest. An Army escort carried her remains to her final resting place Tuesday morning. It was a private ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery. She was placed alongside her husband, a former Army officer who passed away in 2010. Ginsburg died on September 18th of pancreatic cancer. She leaves behind a powerful legacy. RBG, as many called her, was just the second woman to serve on the Supreme Court and a trailblazer for women's rights. She also had the reputation of being a judge's judge for the clarity of her own opinions. She served on the court for more than 27 years. Ruth Bader Ginsburg was 87 years old.
An advocate for STEM education has turned breaking records into a way of life.
And his latest crazy attempt hit its mark once again. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
This world record attempt featuring Nerf darts is right on target. It's the latest eccentric effort from world record guru David Rush. Rush works to promote STEM education by frequently breaking Guinness World Records. He currently holds over 150 of them, which amazingly enough isn't a record in itself. For this feat, Rush fired 27 darts from a single-shot Nerf gun in 1 minute. That means he had to reload with each shot. Only 24 darts hit their mark, but it was enough to break the world record. His record. Yep, Rush was besting a previous record of his own that was threatened by another competitor. He says with this latest effort, he's trying to put the achievement out of reach. Uh-oh, shots fired. Well, it's no world record, but this Massachusetts cop definitely deserves some recognition for bravery after making multiple attempts to free a freaked-out skunk from a sticky situation. Tewksbury officer Eric Handley spotted the animal in distress with its head stuck in a plastic container. After multiple tries, he was able to successfully free the skunk. He didn't get sprayed, but he also didn't stick around once the daring duty was done. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Now, first alert weather on 5 News.
Pretty cool start to this morning. Temperatures in the low 50s across much of the state. 50 in Buckhannon and 51 in Clarksburg, for example. Find out why in just a few minutes.
Caller ID can let you know when an important call is coming in, one you don't want to miss. If your caller ID shows WV COVID-19 RESP or the name of a local health department, you're likely being contacted by an official contact tracer. The contact tracer is calling because you have either tested positive for the coronavirus or come into contact with someone who has. The information you provide will be kept completely confidential, and your name will not be shared with others.
You've tried the rest. Now have the best. Life doesn't get better than a juicy hot Angus burger and ice cold milkshake. Milkshake's not your thing? Have a cold beer or mixed drink. Meet up with friends to watch pretty much any game on our many screens while enjoying great food. You can design your own burger or choose one of our specialties with chicken or even salmon. Pick a side of wings, fries, or onion rings. Check out Burger Room behind Aspen Dental East Point. Enjoy Burger Room for half the price. Log on to WDTV this Friday and purchase a $50 gift certificate for $25.
I founded the largest tech company in the world. We were developing machine intelligence, kind that thinks like an actual person. It was supposed to stay shuttered.
I'm your friend, right?
There's an AI loose in the world.
Something's wrong.
If it can't get to you physically, it'll get to you emotionally. We need to find this thing and kill it.
Next, Tuesday on Fox.
Getting around isn't as easy as it used to be. That's why we called Bath Fitter. They removed our old tub and installed a beautiful new spacious shower. Now, getting in and out is a breeze. And we have peace of mind with seamless walls that provide a watertight fit, plus their lifetime guarantee. Thanks to Bath Fitter, life is so much easier with a shower we love.
Call now and receive 0% interest for 24 months on your tub or shower upgrade. Find out why Bath Fitter is the perfect fit.
John Perdue never dreamed he'd go to college, let alone become one of the best state treasurers. John Perdue brought back financial integrity and transparency to the treasurer's office. He created the highly successful Smart 529 College Savings Program, and under his watch has returned more than $230 million in unclaimed property. He's created the 457 Retirement Program and WV Able, and his Board of Treasury Investments has the highest rating from Standard & Poor's.
I'm John Perdue, and I've never forgotten that I worked for you.
The internet spotlight is shining directly on Spot. Robot dogs have long been the stuff of science fiction and specialized engineers, but now they're making their way into the world.
And as CNN's Jan Moose reports, that's freaking some people out.
Oh my phone! It was a RoboDog video.
Hello, friend.
That had the internet both barking and wagging its tail.
I thought it was a little bit creepy, but I was excited to see it because I've never seen a robot in real life.
Especially not in remote northern Ontario, where Nathan Canosway shot the video from the car. It reminded many of this driver getting mauled by a RoboDog in the Netflix series Black Mirror. But Nathan and a friend survived their encounter.
Oh my God. I love you.
Instead of a leash, it was handled by a guy with a controller.
He said that it was for a job. So we told him he had a pretty good job, I guess.
Walking Spot, the Boston Dynamics RoboDog that's been spotted lately.
For your own safety and for those around you, please stand at least 1 meter apart.
Telling people in a Singapore park to maintain social distance. The founder of Boston Dynamics told CNBC.
We have about 120 out in the world.
Stephen Colbert noticed Spot.
People would be a lot more receptive if the dog was cuter, cuddlier, and less dystopian.
Like Steven's dog?
Here's the Benny bot. There it is.
Boston Dynamics is making Spot cuddlier by showing RoboDogs dancing, working together, working out together. The Massachusetts State Police Bomb Squad tested Spot. SpaceX has one, sighted amid clouds of liquid nitrogen. Will Spot become the future rover on Mars? After years of being taunted with a hockey stick, kicked, to demonstrate the ability to recover, and even being yanked. By the equivalent of its tail, Spot still persevered. Intended mostly for industrial use, Spot now sells for $74,500. The company warns Spot is not certified safe for in-home use or intended for use near children, but at least he won't attack. You can expect to be hounded. Dude, Spot, you are amazing. By more Spot sightings, see Spot trot.
I love you so much.
Ginny Mose, CNN, New York.
Now, First Alert Weather on 5 News.
Let me just say the weather is looking about as cool as that robot dog story outside. Looking pretty calm outside for the most part. Temperatures are also looking pretty cool, though. We're sitting in the upper 40s to low 50s for right now. We're sitting around 50 in Buckhannon and 51 in Weston. So it's looking pretty cool out there for the most part for all you fall lovers. This is wonderful news. Probably grabbing that light jacket and walking out happily with joy in your face as you're enjoying those cool temperatures. And you're probably even more likely enjoying it even more because look at this. We got clear no skies, or at least mostly clear in the skies rolling through. Yeah, there's a few clouds, upper level clouds here and there, but for the most part, those rain showers are gone, and pretty much all those rain showers that were affecting the Appalachians are gone. So pretty much it's a calm, nice day outside. And that's because the cold front is rolling out of the state, or at least it should. The cold front just around here for the most part, and as it continues to leave, we're just going to continue seeing those calm conditions for the rest of the morning. And pretty much looking at this cool water vapor map, pretty much we're looking at this water vapor map. Here's the moisture that was around earlier, and here's the dry air that's interacting with West Virginia as of now. That's why we're seeing those calm conditions, because the dry air is moving in now. Pretty much looking at our hour forecast, we're sitting at 65 in Clarksburg and 68 in Weston for the most part. Pretty much just going to be warm today. A few showers will begin rolling in around Thursday morning, a few clouds as well. By around 5 a.m., we should see temperatures in the low 50s. So Again, cool morning out. Then more showers will begin rolling in during Thursday evening, and temperatures will stay more or less in the low 50s by 8 p.m. So pretty much to wrap things up, we're looking at around 64 for our high today. Winds coming from the southwest at 14 miles per hour, so it will feel cool outside for the most part. Might want to grab a light jacket, but at least it's going to be pretty nice out there for the most part. Pretty much then looking at our 7-day forecast, we're pretty much going to continue seeing temperatures dropping. We'll see a really big cool down over the weekend. And then after that, it's going to be nice conditions next week. Don't forget to subscribe to our WDTV 5 First Alert Weather app so that you're always prepared for the worst.
Can you tell if someone can sing without ever hearing their voice?
I gotta sing, she can sing.
Liar! All new I Can See Your Voice after The Masked Singer tonight on Fox.
Thank you, buyers and sellers. Our Joe Arpaio auction team conducted over 700 real estate sales and 158 equipment, firearms, furnishings, and antique auctions last year. So be sure and call us. You want to hear our favorite word, sold.
You want to sell? Joe wants to sell it. Call today to choose the date for your live or online auction.
We don't just list properties, we sell them. Call us today to sell yours.
We started Full Court Press to be different from other Sunday shows, to include the very important local focus on national issues. I never could have imagined what 2020 would bring. More than ever, our team is driven by what is happening outside Washington, D.C. It's about bringing politics home, getting answers for everyone worried about what happens next, and giving you the power to decide.
Full Court Press with Greta Van Susteren, Sunday at 11:35 p.m. on WDTV.
Welcome to the Kelly Clarkson Show. Season 2 is here, y'all. And yes, I am in an eye patch. How much more Kelly can it get? Air hugs only, people.
I teach middle school. Kids are mean.
It's like children of the corn. Usually I don't look like a pirate.
You're the most beautiful pirate I've ever seen.
Good answer.
Weekdays at 4 p.m. on Fox 10.
Who will win the Premier Bank Player of the Week? Watch the fifth quarter and fifth quarter extra to find out. Carly and I will bring you the area's best highlights on WDTV's fifth quarter at 11:09. Then at 11:35, turn to Fox 10 for fifth quarter extra. We'll announce the Premier Bank Player of the Week, plus have feature stories, interviews, extra scores, highlights, and more. The football fun starts at 11:09 every Friday night.
For homicide detectives, the first 48 hours is everything.
We're investigating murder.
Once that line is breached without a lead,
Who pulled the trigger?
the odds of solving a case are cut in half.
911, what is your emergency?
I just saw someone get shot.
Try to make some sense out of this.
The victim's handgun.
I've been awake 36 hours, and it's absolutely worth it to bring this case to a close.
Weekdays at 8 a.m. on Fox 10.
Good morning, everyone. Samantha Ruff joining you now for one last look at your traffic report. It is 6:32 on the dot. So let's head out now to our West Virginia 511 traffic cam. You can see out here, you can see that American flag kind of in the distance blowing with the wind. So if you are heading out, grab a light jacket. Other than that, roads a little wet. So rain jacket, wet roads, extra time out there. Make sure you have your lights on. Everything looks great. That's a look at traffic. Now let's take a look at your first birthdays this morning. And bummer, it doesn't look like we have any. But hey, that's okay. It's very easy to submit a first birthday. Just head to our website, WDTV.com. Click on Submit Photos and Videos. Then upload the picture of your little boy or girl. Just be sure to include their name and birth date at least 1 week in advance. Then every Friday, we give away a free Bonnie Bell's birthday cake.
Now, First Alert Weather on 5 News.
Clear skies across much of the state, as emphasized before. Look at this, there's some upper level clouds rolling through, but for the most part, it's looking pretty awesome out there as you're heading out. You don't need to worry about rain or anything of the sort, just some fog, but fog is different from cloud cover, I will emphasize. As you're heading out, getting some breakfast ready, maybe grabbing your cup of coffee, then or eating your Cheerios. Pretty much we're going to be seeing temperatures staying in the low 50s for the most part with some cloudy skies.
Goats and yoga. It's been around for several years now, but it never gets old watching humans connect with the animals.
Do you think this is something we could set up on Daybreak? We could do some yoga and have goats in here. I'm all about it. I'm just saying.
I would love to.
Just tossing that out there, guys. Alan Shope introduces us to a farm in Missouri that's helping people through a stressful year.
When Sheila Patton started her goat yoga classes 5 years ago, she quickly realized people loved it.
And it became very popular.
Her clients telling her the goats were the perfect way to deal with stress.
They're so sometimes unpredictable and funny.
After COVID hit, she was surprised to find her phone kept ringing.
The call usually goes, hey, I just want to hang out with the goats, really, literally.
So she decided to start holding goat therapy sessions.
One of their characteristics is calm. And so when you're around the goat, you don't have to deal with your anxiety and stress.
Those sessions grew to birthday parties, simple hour-long hangout sessions, and
I've had a lot of adult birthday parties. They say it's for their 9-month-old, but it's really for them.
Sheila says it's been so popular that nearly every weekend a different group has booked therapy time with these little guys just to come out and hang out.
The goats are just so cute. They cuddle with you and they just want to be a part of everything.
Sheila has 15 goats and offers the sessions to immediate family and friends groups only.
It just takes people's mind off what's going on in the world at the moment.
Because goats,
they love all humans.
And sometimes that's all we need.
Listen up, all you fashion-forward fellas, or maybe those who wish they were fashion-forward.
Amazon wants to help you out with fashion, so they're offering personal shoppers to Prime members. It started for women last year, and now it's the guys' turn. Here's how it works. For $5 a month, you'll be able to choose up to 8 items of clothing, and it'll all get sent your way to try on. Then you just have to pay for the ones you want and send back the rest within 7 days. You can also make specific outfit requests, like if you have a job interview coming up. And this may not come as a big surprise. New research shows Americans over the age of 30 have been drinking more alcohol compared to a year ago. The Rand Corporation surveyed a representative sample of more than 1,500 people ages 30 to 80 in 2019 and 2020. And overall, drinking was up 14%. That increase averages out to about 1 more drinking day per month for most adults.
And forget about happy hour. What about IHOPPY hour? Yep, the pancake place is kicking off its own happy hour, but instead of pints, get this, guys, you can get pancakes or any number of things, really. It's a menu they'll only put out between 2 and 10 p.m. each day. And everything on the menu is no more than $6. And get smackin', today is National Chewing Gum Day. You can mark the day by buying a pack of your favorite gum, share a piece, and post it to the social media hashtag Chewing Gum Day. Chewing gum goes back more than 5,000 years, and it's been used over the years for enjoyment, to deal with hunger, and as a breath freshener. Various early forms included tree bark, tar, sap, and wax. Gum a long then, however, the first commercial chewing gum came out in 1848. It went by the name the State of Maine Pure Spruce Gum. What a name. And a patent on chewing gum was filed in 1869. Today, if you can't wait a year for gum-related day, there's Bubble Gum Day, which is the first Friday of February.
According in this Hubble Space Telescope captured this amazing photo of a spiral galaxy about 60 million light years away from Earth. The photo is so stunningly clear that astronomers with the telescope made it their picture of the week. They say it took 9 hours of observation to get this high resolution. This galaxy is an active one. Scientists say it's been the site of a supernova. That's when a star becomes extremely bright, then explodes, lighting up part of the galaxy with its energy. And beer and chocolate lovers rejoice. Yuengling and Hershey's are once again joining forces to make their chocolate porter. But for the first time, fans can enjoy the beer in bottles from their own home. 2 iconic Pennsylvania brands released a draft version of the beer in 2019. The brewed beer blends Yuengling's dark porter with Hershey's chocolate, caramel, and malts for a smooth finish. It is available in bottles and drafts in 22 states while supplies last. Fans can go to Yuengling.com to find Near then, that's all set.
Now, first alert weather on 5 News.
Well, I don't have anything about as sweet as that, but I think this CLARKSBURG ALMANAC will do just fine. We're looking at around 64 for today's high. That's below the average of 70, but at least it's much warmer than the record low of 30 set in 1942 for this day, in particular day. If you're looking for that sunrise, you should be able to see it because of those clear skies for the most part, and it's going to be pretty nice out. But if you're hoping to get something for a sunset, well, unfortunately, that's going to be blocked by some clouds. So, but at least you'll have a nice little sunrise. Again, remember, we're going to be below average for most of the day for at least today's high. Temperatures are going to more or less be below average for today.
Fox tonight, it's a Masked Singer first.
Don't do it!
That will have everybody talking.
It's gonna change this show forever!
The Masked Singer, all new tonight on Fox.
I'm Patrick Martin, a candidate running to represent you in the state senate. This has been a tough year for our state, and your family deserves better than political games. I'm a businessman that knows how to get our economy back on track and get West Virginians back to work, and I won't stop there. I'll work to fix our roads, and I'll stand with our law enforcement to fight our state's drug epidemic. I'm Patrick Martin, and as your state senator, I will always fight for you and your family.
One, two, three. Check it out.
Did you attack him with a chainsaw?
No.
You choked on that one.
1, 2, 3.
I'm talking about fairness.
What?
I'm talking about justice.
Oh no. You're right.
I know I'm right.
That's the sound
1, 2, 3.
of justice.
So your head's gonna fall off. You keep doing that.
Hot Bench.
Weekdays at 11 a.m. on Fox 10.
Each October, the American Cancer Society marks Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
We are teaming up for this important cause, and we need your help. I'm participating in the Power of Pink campaign.
And I'm signed up for the Real Men Wear Pink campaign. We'll both be wearing pink on 5 News all throughout October.
What we need you to do is go to the websites on the screen and donate.
All of the money donated goes to research and the outstanding services that the American Cancer Society provides.
So join us in the fight against breast cancer.
Donate today.
Hello, I'm William Shatner, and you may not know this about me, but years ago, I was diagnosed with a sleep disorder. And like millions of others, I was prescribed sleep equipment. Did you know sleep equipment manufacturers recommend daily cleaning? That's why I use SoClean 2. It's the perfect complement to my daily routine, and it's hassle-free. SoClean 2 is fast and easy. It keeps my sleep equipment fresh every day without the need for disassembly. To keep the immune system strong, we should do everything we can to ensure a good night's sleep, including using the SoClean 2 daily to keep sleep equipment fresh. Try SoClean 2 risk-free for 30 nights. Order now and get $70 off. SoClean 2 is so fast and gives you peace of mind that your sleep equipment is fresh each time you use it. Call the number on your screen or go to SoClean2.com to take advantage of this risk-free trial and get $70 off. Call now.
Pop singer Billie Eilish is only 18 years old, but there's already a documentary about her life.
According to Billboard magazine, Billie Eilish, The World's a Little Blurry hits theaters and Apple TV Plus in February of next year. It was directed by RJ Cutler, who also directed the documentary The September issue. The announcement of Eilish's Apple TV Plus documentary came last December, right around the same time she became Billboard's 2019 Woman of the Year. She went on to make history at the 2020 Grammys, becoming the first woman to win the Big Four awards in the same night. Those 4 awards were Album, Record, and Song of the Year, as well as Best New Artist. She also won for Best Pop Vocal Album. Since the pandemic began, how much TV have you watched? If you've been binge watching show after show like me, you're not the only one.
Hey, you definitely aren't the only one. Me too. Disney, however, wants to make your binge watching more enjoyable by helping you do it with friends. Tuesday, Disney Plus came out with a new feature called Group Watch. It lets up to 7 people watch together in what they call a synced playback experience. Now, basically, you all decide what to watch, then one person sends out an invite, and the show will play simultaneously for everyone, whether it's on your TV, your phone, your computer. You can even share reactions in real time.
The woman behind a popular feminist anthem has died. In a Facebook post, Helen Reddy's children announced she passed away in Los Angeles on Tuesday. The Australian singer was best known for the 1970 song I Am Woman. It was Reddy's signature hit and won her a Grammy in 1973. Reddy would go on to release other hits, including Delta Dawn and Ain't No Way to Treat a Lady. A film biography of her life called I Am Woman premiered in Australia last month. Helen Reddy was 78 years old.
Now, First Alert weather on 5 News.
And taking one final look at that fog. That fog is pretty much mostly beginning to clear out for the most part. We're still looking at 3 miles of visibility in Weston, 3 miles in Glenville, and 7 in McHenry. So there's still some patches of fog here and there for the most part. And that's because of these light winds that are just blowing through, which is mixing that fog much more effectively. And that's so that fog's going to begin disappearing over the next few hours. As we head into this morning and afternoon, pretty much we're just going to be in the upper 50s.
4 teenage girls turn to witchcraft and find their lives turned upside down in The Craft Legacy.
And a new docu-series on Showtime explore the history of a comedy institution that's launched some of the biggest names in entertainment. Chris Martinez has those stories and more in today's Eye on Entertainment.
A group of aspiring teen witches get much more than they bargained for in the upcoming movie The Craft Legacy.
What is all this? This is a ceremony.
The follow-up to the original 1996 cult classic focuses on a new set of outcast characters who turn to witchcraft to get back at school bullies. But as the 4 girls experiment with their new powers, things begin to go very wrong. The Craft Legacy will be available on demand October 28th. America chooses their favorite couple in the season finale of Love Island. Will it be Sally and Johnny, Justine and Caleb, Carrington and Laurel, or Moira and Calvin? The winning couple takes home a $100,000 prize. Catch the finale of Season 2 of Love Island tonight here on CBS. Fans of the band AWOL Nation can enjoy a virtual live concert tonight. The band's first full performance this year will be streamed live from the Wiltern in Los Angeles. Fans who join early can catch a virtual backstage pass to the show. Tickets are available online. And go behind the scenes of the iconic Los Angeles Comedy Club and the Comedy Store.
The light is right on you, like a dagger.
The 5-part docuseries looks back at 47 years of the beloved comedy institution that helped start the careers of generations of comedians, including Whoopi Goldberg, David Letterman, and Jim Carrey, to name a few. The Comedy Store premieres Sunday on Showtime. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
With Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Don't worry, help is on the way.
With any of Life Alert's 3 emergency systems, help can be summoned immediately, and batteries never need charging.
I was having a stroke and I was scared to death.
If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today. Life Alert is a lifesaver.
My husband is alive because of Life Alert.
Life Alert is the lifesaver to keep me out of assisted living.
Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-344-6363. That's 1-800-344-6363. Call now. 1-800-344-6363.
Justice cannot be quarantined.
Are you kidding me? Can I see proof of that?
The People's Court, like you've never seen it before.
There's no smoking in court.
I didn't realize you could see it. All new cases starting September 7th.
Did you commit arson?
I did that once.
Once is one time too many, pal.
The Emmy-winning People's Court.
Pay the man.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. on Fox 10.
This is a tale of 2 kitties. This kitty uses ordinary litter. This kitty uses pretty litter, the world's smartest cat litter, and it's delivered right to your door. Its ultra-light, super absorbent formula traps odors, and it does something no ordinary clay litter can do. Pretty Litter's color-changing crystals make it easy to monitor your cat's health, helping to avoid serious illness. She's switching to Pretty Litter. Smart move. Try Pretty Litter risk-free for 30 days. When you sign up, get free delivery. Go to prettylitter.com.
Whatever the crime,
You never come to work thinking you're going to see something like that.
the motive,
If he couldn't have her, no one was going to have her.
whatever it takes, answers to mysteries will be revealed.
The question is, who's going to benefit by these two deaths?
I remember falling to the floor. He was finally caught.
On Dateline.
Now, First Alert Weather on 5 News.
It's pretty much been a nice, calm morning across Morgantown. We're finally starting to see the sun rise across the city, and it's been a pretty nice morning in general. Pretty cool outside. Temperatures are more or less in the low 50s at the very most. We're sitting around 51 in Weston and 50 in Glenville. 50 in Webster Springs and 47 in Sutton. So it's pretty cool outside as you're heading out this morning, and it might feel a little cooler still because of those southwesterly winds coming in. Gusts of up to 8 miles per hour in Glenville and 9 in Weston are pretty much blowing through right now, which makes those temperatures feel slightly cooler. So if you're a fall lover, you're probably enjoying the cool temperatures, but for the most part, just make sure to wear a light jacket as you're heading out for this morning. But on the bright side, it's pretty clear out. Barring some upper level clouds just rolling through, it's pretty much just clear skies throughout much of the region. A few pop-up showers were in the mountainous terrain earlier, but for the most part, it's pretty clear outside. And that's because the cold front that was affecting us yesterday has more or less just completely pushed out. It's leaving the eastern seaboard as of now, and it's leaving those, and the dry slot associated with the system, that's basically the area where you have like dry weather conditions, is moving in, and that's why we're seeing that lack of rain showers as of now. This low pressure system right here, that cold front, that's going to end up impacting us later on, tomorrow. But for the most part right now, we're sitting at 65 in Clarksburg and 68 in Weston by 4 p.m., so it's going to be pretty warm as you're heading out for this afternoon if you're actually heading back home. Those strong southwesterly winds will make it feel a little bit cooler, but it's going to be a pretty nice day as you're heading out for today. Then as we head into tomorrow morning, a few light showers here and there, mostly just cloudy skies will affect the mountainous terrain, but for the most part, it's just going to be a nice morning outside with temperatures of around 53 in Clarksburg and 44 in Weston. Then as you end up heading into tomorrow evening, we might see a few more clouds and a few more rain showers impacting the western half of West Virginia first by 8 p.m., such as West Union and 100, along with temperatures in the low 50s for tomorrow evening. Then to sum things up, we're going to reach around 64 today with southwesterly winds coming in. And then pretty much looking at our 7-day forecast, we're going to see temperatures more or less staying in the low 60s across the week. A few couple of rain showers next week. And for the most part, just grab a rain jacket. Don't forget to subscribe to our WDTV 5 First Alert Weather app so that you're always prepared for the worst.
Can you tell if someone can sing without ever hearing their voice?
I got a saying she can sing.
Liar! All new I Can See Your Voice after The Masked Singer, tonight on Fox.
Don't let the conventional real estate process slow you down. Who has months to sell their property? Selling real estate at auction is no longer your last resort. It should be your first choice. Auction is the most modern, effective method for selling your real estate both live and online. No other option allows you to choose the date your property sells. We don't just list your property, we sell it.
Call or visit us online to get started today.
Sports in our area have been turned upside down by the COVID-19 pandemic. Sadness and despair consume our area. But wait, WDTV has the answer. Fifth Quarter Classics. Every Thursday at 7 p.m., Carly Nevis and Darren Zaslow will host a replay of a classic fifth quarter, some from nearly 30 years ago. You can watch more football this season. Relive football past with Fifth Quarter Classics. Thursdays at 7 p.m. only on WDTV.
It's tailgate season, so bring it in with a new vehicle from Performance Chevrolet.
That's right. The prices are falling with the Silverado at its best yet and Equinoxes with $6,000 off.
Fall into easy and simple price quotes on our award-winning website.
Let our certified technicians and our service department get your vehicle completely ready for the upcoming changing seasons.
We are your hometown dealer, where the deal is worth the drive.
If you just scored a touchdown, you've been to truck country.
Join Pastor Mike Stottlemyre Sunday morning mornings at 7:30 as he shares a message of hope through the love of our Savior, Jesus Christ.
Fearful about themselves, but they're fear about what everybody else thinks about them.
Pastor Mike explores many topics of concern today, using the Old and New Testament as a guide for our lives.
Point towards Christ. And if we don't read the Old Testament, we're not going to have a full understanding of the New Testament. If we don't know what
Freedom,
God said,
Sunday mornings at 7:30 on Fox 10 WBFX.
Haven't we had enough fighting for one day?
No. If you've been craving drama, Fox Monday is the only place to be.
Now that we've got their attention, we're gonna keep it.
Experience the action-packed thrills of LA's finest.
Time's up.
And indulge in the deliciously soapy drama of Filthy Rich.
This changes everything.
That's what we do. Buckle up for LA's finest, followed by an all-new Filthy Rich, Monday on Fox.
Now for a look at your 5 news to go. During the presidential debate Tuesday evening, President Trump says West Virginia mailmen sold ballots. Secretary of State Mac Warner has not reported any incidents of ballots sold by mailmen during the 2020 election. A Pendleton County mailman was charged after changing the voter registration on several absentee ballots from Democrat to Republican in May 2020. 5 News reached out to the offices of Secretary of State Mac Warner and Attorney General Patrick Morrisey for further information on President Trump's comments.
Tucker County students will learn remotely for the next 2 weeks. That's what Tucker County School Superintendent Alicia Lambert said in a news release. The release says there are 3 student cases, 3 employee cases, and 19 staff members quarantined, and not enough staff members to fill their roles.
A spike in positive COVID-19 cases resulted in Barber County schools operating remotely for all students Monday. 911 officials say nearly 300 people were tested in 4 hours. According to Superintendent Jeff Woofter, 3 classrooms in the county had a positive case of the virus. Woofter originally wanted to quarantine the classrooms with the positive tests, but decided for students to go remote until Thursday. Free community COVID testing was held at the Barber County Fairgrounds. This move comes the same day the county went into an orange designation on the alert system. Orange is the 2nd highest alert level. All staff will report today for cleaning, but now all in-person instruction, sports, and practices, along with competitions, will be postponed until Thursday.
Look at that, we made it. We made it through Wednesday, guys. Well, at least through the morning hours at least. And we did it without coffee this morning. Way different than yesterday.
Yeah, let me tell you, I need that coffee right now.
We need it. Well, hey, that's probably what we're going to do on our break. But other than that, guys, we'll see you at noon for West Virginia Midday for more news and weather.
Football Fridays turn to 5 to watch the 5th quarter. At 11:35, turn to Fox 10 for 5th quarter extra. We'll have scores, highlights, interviews, and more.